Hi everyone. Right, do you remember I showed this last night that I'd done, well, early hours this morning, 4:30 this morning when I finished it. Right, the lid that I used for the toadstool, well, came from this jar. And so what I thought was, well, I'm not going to waste the jar now, but just because I haven't got a lid. So I'm making, not sure if you can see it, I'm making a mini fairy bottle. And what I've done, I've used this, which is the shavings, plastic shavings. I've popped them into one of the trays, like that. This is why I keep all of these. Popped it into one of those, sprayed in some of my own emerald green glimmer mist, and swirled it about, and then glued it or popped it into heat. It's not quite dry at the moment. And at the back, I've done a picture on the outside of the bottle, which I took off the internet, which is a tree. It's like a night scene again, but in green this time. A little fairy at the back here, and I'm going to sit my fairy just at the front. Sorry. Sorry, because sometimes I'll get over it in a minute. Wait a minute. I've printed off a little fairy. I'm going to be sitting inside here, and hopefully I have somewhere for her to sit on. Sorry about that. It's just I come out with some things and I make myself laugh, but sit my fairy in there. Sounds like I'm talking about something else. But that's what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to decorate it. Just ignore me. Oh, choke, you bugger, choke. But there you go, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm not wasting the bottle. I don't want to send it to the recycle bin or anything. I want to use it, and I'll make a miniature fairy jar. Now, I've just recovered my turntable, because it needed it badly. It does help, actually, you've got a turntable. It really does. And this was from IKEA. It's a really good one. It's got a rubber base as well, so that you can, it's non-slip. And I just think sometimes when you're working, I do need to turn things around, and you're messing about with them. And like last night when I was doing this, I didn't want to touch the sides, it was wet. So anyway, so that's a project done, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Now I just want to introduce this to you. This is, and you will get the chance to buy some of this, but I've had to put it in this tub because it was just in a plastic bag. But this is mica powder, and it's pure gold mica powder. It is the finest powder that you can buy, and it's not the powder you would get in the Perfect Pearls. It's finer than that. This is the finest you can buy, and it's like, I'm not sure if you can see it, if you see it, it's really, really heavy, because it is genuine mica powder of the gold kind. And I'm just going to dab my finger in it. It's so soft. Look at that. It's so soft, it's unbelievable. But you could use that like a rub and buff, or you could use it in your glimmer mists. It is stunning. It really is. You could use this body paint going on there. So look. So what I'm going to be doing, I have tons and tons and tons of it here. So I'm going to be finding some little pots. I'm going to go to the craft shop and get some pots. It's unbelievable the fineness in this, and it's really hard to describe it. You'll see it, but I'm going to be selling that. And I'm going to be selling it as a little pot. Best mica going. It's come from the factory, where from the people that make that do it. make it or extract it or whatever you want to call it. So I know that it's the top quality, and it's not what the arts and crafts people use. This is what you know, the what do you call them? Well, it's what you pay a fortune for, basically. I happened to come across it from somebody else, and I jumped at the chance at getting it because there is tons in there. I'm not sure. In fact, I don't think I'll do. I think I'll be selling them in 5 grams because that's quite a lot in there, and that will go a long, long way. It's so fine. It is heavy, but it's pure gold mica. So yeah, it'll be 5 grams because otherwise there's not going to be a lot to go around. But and I'm going to be selling that for £1 for 5 grams. And I know you're going to think, 5 grams isn't a lot. It's half of that. Hi everyone. Well, here it is. Here's my fairy in a bottle. I hope you can see that. And I'm going to run through it really quickly. I took the image off the internet. I used photographic paper, coloured it in with the Copic markers and some alcohol inks. I did tell you about the little bit of grassy bit at the bottom. I've then put some single flowers in there. I've used the rose ribbon trim. Everything's been glimmer misted the same colour, or shades of green. A little bling on the front here. Put some pearls down the sides. I used the old vintage lace here that I glimmer misted. A little tiny lace on top and put little diamonds all the way around. I then, because I didn't have a lid and I couldn't find anything to fit it, what I've done, I've just glued some bubble wrap to the top and glued it round the edge here and then stuck a pearl trim round, and I'll just tidy that up. I've used a stick pin from Cynthia Luhu with a little green flower and a glass bead, a crystal bead, green bead, and then I've dabbed the green colour with a sponge over the top. On the back, what I've done is I've got some flowers and they're like sprays, so I've cut them off at the top of the stem and added them to the back here and just glimmer misted that. Oops, a little bead's come off there. I need to put that back in place. And then I did have a green butterfly, and what I've done with that, as you can see, I've cut the wings off and used it for the wings on the jar. So I hope you like that. It's just giving you ideas to, you know, I don't really know what to say, because I've seen some fantastic work, and the thing is, I just want to help all I can. I might actually just bend these wings in a little bit like that. It was a bit squashed, this butterfly I had, but can't help that. There, that's a bit better. So I hope you can see that. I hope you like it. And what it is, before I go, I'm stuck up with that glue. These are, you know, spice jars. That's all they are. And I never ever throw them away, because you never know, they can hold things in them, or now, as we know, we can alter them. So this is my mini fairy jar, mini fairy in a bottle. And I think it looks really cute. I hope I'm going to put a close-up picture, so please stay for the close-up pictures. And I've also dabbed on, although these are white pearls, I did dab on the colour from the top onto the pearls, so they've got a shimmer of that as well. And I do like that. I think that's really pretty. And I'm sure any little girl would like one of those. And I've got 2 to do for a lady on YouTube, a friend, and for her 2 daughters. So these are the sort of things I will be doing. In fact, this is one of them, and then what I'm going to do is do one more for you. So they didn't like green, did they? It was yellow. Oh, sod it, I'll do 2 more, and I'll keep this as my prototype one. But I hope you like that. I'm trying to get you to see it all in profile. like that. I've just got to pull all the stringy bits off. They're a nuisance, really. But because I haven't got a lid, it doesn't matter. Use a bit of bubble wrap, gives it a bit of texture. Hang about for the photographs, please.